Hello Olives, welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new here, and in today's video I'm going to be doing my inventory transformation day 4. So we have a couple more, so we are almost at the end of the first week of this inventory challenge, and I've decided that I'm going to be doing this for a whole month. So let's just turn ourselves into a baby, and now we're going to get started doing some tasks, opening our lure, and hopefully getting this Ratatosker to full grown by the end of this video. I want to try and make the neon Ratatosker by next video because this Ratatosker has taken up all 4 days. And hopefully we can make this neon Ratatosker in 4 days. So yeah, let's get onto the trading and aging. Okay, so I was spamming my message in chat, and this person traded me, and I said that I was trading some cheese, so I added in some of the cheese to see if they would like to offer it, and I said hello, and then they asked me what's the cheese for, and I told them for any pet, and then they asked me, like, what does it do, and I told them that you can eat it yourself, or you could feed it to your pet, and I guess they didn't think that it was worth it for any pet, and they just ended up declining when I was about to continue typing. So then this person traded me, and I said, well, I traded them, and I said, hi, I'm trading 21 cheese for any pet. Do you have anything? And I'm hoping that this time around they don't decline on me and they actually have something for us to trade for. And they said, and I told them, and I gave them a little smiley face, and then they told me that they didn't. Oh, they said that they could look, and I told them, okay, thank you so much, and I was really hoping that they would have something good, and then they added in the Zeopod, and I'm so glad that they did because I am actually looking for these, and I was trying to get 4 to make a neon because I love the neon. It's so cute. I love that it's green. So I decided to add in only 12 cheese so that I didn't trade all my cheese away in only one trade. So we did accept the first part of the trade, and hopefully they accept the second part. So let's see, will they accept? Perfect, they accepted. Now on to the next trade. In this trade, this person traded me, and they were looking at my profile, and I said hi, and I was hoping that maybe they had an offer for some of my cheese, and then they added in 2 Zeopods, and I just kept on adding in the cheese because I didn't know that they had added them in, and then I took out all the cheese because I didn't want to give them cheese for Zeopods, especially 2 of them. So I added in these 2 uncommons, a poodle and a camel, and I forgot that the Zeopods were rare, so then they told me that those were uncommon, and I told them that I could swap, and then they told me that those are uncommons, and I said, oh, oops, and they asked me to please add more, and I guess I didn't see that because I just decided to swap, and I probably could have added more, and I asked them if they would do it for a swordfish. I know that this is probably a lose trade for them and a win trade for me, so I added in this mouse. I wasn't sure if it made any difference, but I was just waiting for them to say something, accept or decline. So it looked like they were typing, and they said, can you change them? And I was going to change it to, like, this warthog and the mouse, but then I decided to add in the warthog and the mouse because the warthog was obviously under, and then the mouse, I guess, would like be a little add-on. I knew I was still under, but I was seeing if I could do an underpay for these because I know they're not worth much. And I asked them if this was okay, and then they just said they were gonna type. Then looked at my profile, and then they just declined as soon as I accepted. So in this trade, I told this person the same thing that I'm telling every single person that I trade. Except this time I'm trading 6 cheese for any pet. Do you have a pet to add in? And they were pretty nice at first. And by the way, Bianca says hi. And she's having a dance party in the background. And this person said, yeah. And I was really excited. And then they added in a snorkel, which is really cute. And I think it's definitely worth some cheese. And so I added in 6 cheese. And I said thank you so much, because I didn't really want to trade all the cheese that I had, because it's kind of expensive for a whole bunch of cheese. So we accepted the first trade, and I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't troll me, but I was kind of expecting them to, because this was a really win trade for me. And then they accepted. I was just waiting for a little, but yay, they accepted. Okay, so in this trade, I was asking this person the same thing that I ask every single one. I said, hi, I'm trading blank amount of cheese. So in this one I asked, hi, do you have any pets for cheese/water? And they added in this ride Cerberus and this ride Ladybug, which are pretty good legendaries. They don't have much demand, but they're okay. And I was just waiting for them to respond or added a random pet. So then we were here for like a while, and I was literally just waiting for someone, like, for her to say something. So I added in a whole bunch of the water bottles, and I was thinking that those were the pets that she was going to give for the water bottles, and I was really hoping that that was true, so I decided to add them all in. And I added them all in, and she said no, sorry. And I was like, and I said sure, because she added in a dog. And I thought that's what she was going to offer for the water bottles. So then I had accepted, and because I thought that's what she was offering, and then guess what? She declined. Okay, so in this trade, I said hi because they traded me, and after a while, they just put the little thing, and I said, trading cheese for any pet, do you have anything for me? And you can guess what happened after that. They declined. Okay, so in this next trade, I said hi. I saw that you had some, like, I saw on her profile, she had some pets that she was trying to get rid of. So I told her that I was trading 21 cheese for any pet, and if they have anything. And I also told her that her pets were really cute, because they were. She had a lot of super cute exotics. And I was just waiting for her to answer, and it said that she was typing, so I was really hoping that she would say yes, and she said thank you so much and let me look. So I told her okay, and of course, because her pets were really cute. So I started adding in the cheese, and I was like, oh my god, is she really gonna do this Glormy Dolphin? And so I said, OMG, are you sure? And she said, how about this? So I figured that that's really what she was going to offer. So I started adding in all of the cheese, and I was like, aw, thank you so much. And so I just started adding in the rest of the cheese, and I decided to do all of the cheese and fill up the entire trade square, so I can make this even if it's just a little bit fair. Even though it definitely isn't, and I was really hoping that she wouldn't troll me, and I waited, and I accepted, because she told me that she would do it, and then I unaccepted, and then she accepted, so yeah, I did that, and I was really hoping that this wasn't a troll, and that she would actually really do it, because on trades that I haven't put in this video, I've actually been trolled a lot, so I was really hoping that she would do it, and she accepted, and then then the trade went through. Okay, so then this person traded me, and then they added in a whole bunch of pets, and I asked them and I told them hello, and then I asked them what for, and they said hello as well. And after a while, I was thinking of what to say, because, like, I didn't want to sound rude. So then I eventually just asked them, what for, yeah. And then they were typing and they told me for anything. So I looked through my inventory and I was just thinking of what I could possibly do for this random pet. So I went through my inventory and I decided to do the extra glory dolphin that I had. And then I just accepted. And then they accepted the first trade, and I was wondering if this was a troll. And I wasn't actually sure if this was a fair trade or not. The ox is full grown though, so I think it is a pretty good trade. So then I accepted, and then they accepted, which was really good. So then in this trade, I traded this person, and I told them again that I'm trading 18 water bottles for any pet. Do you have anything? And then they added in the 2 zeopods that I needed. So I added in this snorkel and I added in the swordfish and this cute, and then I added in this cute little mouse. And then I was hoping that they would say yes, and I asked them, is this okay? And it said that they were typing, so I was wondering what they were going to say. And then they asked me if I had any dogs, and I told them that I didn't because I thought they were thinking that they were talking about the basic dog. And then I realized that they weren't talking about the basic dog, that they were talking about like dogs in general. So I added in this poodle, which was the only dog that I have. And then they accepted, so I took out the mouse, and then we did this trade. We at least did the first part. I wasn't completely sure if they were going to go through with the whole trade, but I was really hoping that they would because I needed these 2 zeopods. Then I accepted, and we accepted. Then in this next trade, I told them again that I was trading 21 waters for any pet, and if they had anything. And I was just waiting for them to respond, and while I saw this girl in the background, and they were riding a neon dragon, which is pretty good, and they said fairy bat dragon, and I told them that, I started adding in the water bottles, and then they started adding in water bottles, and I was kind of confused, so I told them, sorry, I don't have a fairy bat dragon, and I was really confused because they just started adding in these water bottles, and then they asked me for a fairy bat dragon when I didn't have one. But I guess they were asking me if I had a fairy bat dragon, and the water bottles were their offer. So then it showed that they were typing, and they said okay. They said it's okay. Now on to the next trade. So then I traded this person, and I saw that they were looking for glory dolphins, and I had an extra, so I said, hi, you're looking for this. And they actually said hello, and yes, I am. So I was really hoping that they would add in some pretty good pets. So they added in this pet egg, a dingo, a donkey, and a camel. And I kind of want it a little better, so I asked them if they could add one more thing. It could be anything. And they said yes, this. And I told them just random. And I was going to do this trade, but I was just seeing if they could add in anything. And then they added in the Bakeneko. So I decided to accept this trade because it was a lot more pets to add to the inventory. And maybe I could hatch a legendary out of this pet egg. I was really hoping that I could, but I'm not completely sure. I'm not going to hatch the egg in this video because I don't want to. Then in the next trade, I traded this person, and I was actually singing the Shimmer and Shine song when I traded this person. So I told them the same thing that I tell every single person that I trade, trying to see if anyone will give an offer. So I told them, hi, I'm trading 21 water for any pet. Do you have anything? And then they declined. Then on this trade, I told them hi, and I said that I'm trading water bottles, and I was actually trying to paste my thing in chat, but it wasn't working. So then when I just started typing it manually, they just declined. Okay, so now that the inventory is all in order, now I'm going to show you guys from legendaries to commons. So first we have 2 legendaries, a legendary Glormy Dolphin and a legendary Zodiac Minion Chick. Then we have a Ride Lunar Ox, which is full grown. Then we have a Pet Egg, 4 Zeopods, 2 Camels, a Dingo, a Donkey, a Snorgle, a Warthog, an Ant, a Bakeneko, 2 Garden Snakes, which I'm looking for 2 more to make a Neon, 6 Mice, which I'm going to make a Neon, and 4 Ratatoskers, which 3 are full grown, and the one that I'm aging up right now is preteen. So I think this inventory is actually going really good so far. We've done a lot of water bottle and cheese trades, which I think has really helped our inventory. Now I'm going to give you guys a brief checkout of the profile. So here's my about me, my looking for, my trading, my stats, some trades, trading cheeseless water for any pet, a Warthog, some water trades, some cheese trades, cheese in stock, and the water in stock. I only have 2 cheese right now. I might buy some more in the next video. But yeah, I'm going to definitely grind off camera so we can get this Ratatosker to full grown. And so that maybe in the next video we can make our Neon. I'm also going to be buying some random cracked eggs so that I can hatch them and get some new pets. But yeah, that's all for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!